if we're live yet. We're going to see from Pittman.
Pittman, are we live? Hey, we are live.
We are live.
Look at us. How about that? I wonder how much echo we could get right now.
Probably way too much. Oh, we're way behind.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we are a little bit behind.
Are you getting the audio?
You're just going to watch this in delay all night.
Yeah. Does anybody have viewing?
It says we have 5 people on right now.
5 people. If you know, somebody hit us in the chat so we know who everybody is.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and keep the chat up on my phone while I can.
There you go.
Hey, it's David.
David Gillette?
That's his wife's account, but it's David.
Opus guy's on the line. Opus guy's on the line. All right, we're going to give it a couple minutes. Let a few people gather in here real quick as we get ready for the First Annual Stogie Awards. Are you excited?
You look snazzy.
We look incredible.
Incredible.
Just
incredible. We have a lot of awards to give out tonight.
When's the last time you put a tuxedo on? Your wedding?
I wore a suit then.
I
wore a suit guy. Custom made, though. It was fancy.
Your suit was custom made?
Yeah.
Brag much?
Yeah. I look good.
Do we let the crowd know that there's a special viewer? He refuses to be on camera. He refuses to be on microphone, but he is watching and lurking over us. Mr. Robbie Pate's here with us.
Milk guy.
Milk guy's in the
house. Big round of applause.
Oh, I think I got the applause button on here somewhere.
Is that an applause button?
Yeah, that's the applause.
I like it. I like it.
We can't hear. You probably got to put your headphones on if you want to hear that stuff. So.
All right. David Gillette wants to know why Michigan basketball sucks.
Tell David Gillette to not worry about that right now, and it's a long time before the Final Four starts. So.
Oh, thanks, Jason. Jason says he's a Thomasville guy, loves the Pipe and Pint. Excited for this. We appreciate that. And the one and only Vicky Tipton live right now. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see the chat.
Hey, how about
Carver,
that?
Appreciate it, buddy.
How about that?
There we go. All right. Well, we got some people in here. Let's get to it. You ready?
Shall we? Yeah. Well, we're going to start with what we're smoking and drinking tonight.
Start with what you're smoking and drinking.
So I am smoking our Cigar of the Year, but surprise, surprise, can't tell you what it is yet.
Are you really?
I am. It just felt appropriate.
Yeah, I didn't know you had a couple saved back for yourself.
I did.
Good for you.
Good
for
yeah.
you.
And I'm drinking New Riff Single Barrel.
New Riff
Absolutely
Single Barrel.
delicious. One of Milk Guy's favorites. That's why I brought it, because I knew he was going to be with us in heart, but I did not know he was going to be with us in person.
I do think if we pour him one over there, that
he has
may be
one.
willing to get on the live stream.
Yeah,
Oh, has he got one?
Let's see what he got over there.
See, look, he's talking to us and he refuses to have the microphones. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. He's already having a good time. This is ridiculous. First ever live. We're going to catch ourselves looking at the Bray says nice shirts. I appreciate it. He recognizes a guy dressed sharp.
Swag, recognizes swag. You know what I mean?
That's exactly right. I am smoking not the Cigar of the Year, but our anniversary cigar, 25th anniversary La Colonia, Aganorsa. And then I'm drinking, Milk Guy got it for me. He didn't even tell me what he got. Hit the Ground Running, Resident Cultures IPA. Is this, yep, the regular IPA from Resident Culture.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hit the Ground Running. That's actually the first time I've had it. It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
I like it.
Yeah. Also in the house with us tonight is producer Greg.
Producer Greg. I don't want to cuss on the podcast already, but I feel like he's fucked it up for us already. I feel like his presence alone has kept us. We've got some phone issues when we're calling guests later. We'll see if we can work it out, but damn it, Greg. We don't appreciate it.
No, we don't.
I catch myself looking at the TV that we have in here. So if you see me looking up while you're watching this live feed, that's why there's too many screens going on here. Vicky's already responded to David about the Michigan comment.
Did she?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
Shut the hell up.
Vicky's always looking out.
Oh,
I appreciate that about Vicky.
She's protecting.
I appreciate that about Vicky. Well, I feel like we need to talk about real quick how this idea was born.
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
the Stogies came from. And in my opinion, there were 2 big factors. One, there's not a lot of good cigar award lists out there.
No, I feel like this may be the only black tie affair
I agree.
official awards. It's award season, too. Obviously, the Oscars are coming up. The SAG Awards were this weekend.
It is. And 2, I've been referring to it as the Dundies, basically all week. So this is not your typical award show.
No, I think if you were going to put this on a certain level of award show, I think we're closer to the Dundies than we are to the Oscars.
Yeah,
more the what's the award show where they give out the award for like the worst movie of the year? The Razzies.
The Razzies.
This is probably closer to the Razzies
this is the
than
Razzies.
anything
This
else.
is exactly.
But this is our style, right? It wouldn't be us if we weren't wearing tuxedo T-shirts and drinking beer. And
That's right.
Sitting in these two chairs or whatever.
That's exactly
but
right.
I think we look good. I think it's ready to go.
I think so too.
Like that. Well, before we get into the awards and stuff like that, chat a little bit about anything new going on. We got some Viaje new to the store today. The new anniversary cigar.
7.15 plus 2.5 or something like that.
Robbie referred to it as 15 plus 2.5
divided by 3
times 4.
Yes.
Which if anybody out there is a math guy, let me know what that might work out to be.
Yeah. So we got that in. They advertised there were 3 different blends. There's a red, which is Corojo, a silver, and a gold, which are Criollo, and then surprise, surprise, we opened up the box and there was one box of black, which seems to be a Maduro. Yeah. So that was a nice surprise. I don't know what the box production numbers were on this. But we do have those in. We also just got in the EPC Indoor, one of the first cigar that EPC's worked with using Marifel Cameroon, Nicaraguan binders and fillers. Really like it. We still have some left in Greensboro, and I think Winston has some left too. I'm not sure about High Point.
Given EPC's recent run of highly regarded award-winning cigars since we were at an award show, does that have award potential for them?
Yeah, just because of, listen, at the end of the day, I didn't think the Pledge or the Encore were the best cigars of the year, but they were very good cigars, but they won number 1 cigar of the year. Mm-hmm. So do I think this is going to rank top 10 probably? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
And their history of their batting average is pretty good right now.
Yeah, and it's a really good cigar. I actually think I like it more than the Encore.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I haven't
had a chance to smoke it yet. That's why I said that.
Yeah, I don't know about the Pledge. It's very different from the Pledge, but really good. So we got those in. We got in the Mastranza from Roma Craft, which was Half Wheel's number 7 cigar of the year and number 1 cigar of the year. 2 different sizes, 2 different things. So we got that in, which is awesome. And there's some fun stuff coming. Now, stuff is already getting delayed. I feel like we need to go back and listen to our What's Coming in 2025 podcast to find out.
Delays, that's right.
To see what our predictions were on stuff, but there's already some stuff getting delayed, unfortunately. So, Supreme Leaf was supposed to be at the end of this month. Well, we're at the end of this month, and I have not smoked it. Have you smoked it?
No.
Yeah, that's because we don't have it.
No, I thought I walked right into that one. I was just about to give the, it's good. It's like what you expect from Aganorsa, the same bullshit line or whatever. I was like, it's great. It's great.
They said it's going to be delayed until next month, and that means the 25th anniversary is delayed. So we'll see. But, a lot of good stuff coming.
My sister wants to know if we both got fresh cuts.
Hey, shout out Quaker Village Barbershop.
Daniel.
We didn't give you an award, but if we were going to give you an award, best barber in town.
Best barber in town. I did not just get a fresh cut. It was last week. I'm an every other week guy. Actually,
I shaved Chris just for this, actually.
that's 2 I fucking walked into. God damn it. Daniel didn't even do my hair last time. He had a baby.
Yeah, good for him. Freshest Baby Award. Yeah, Daniel's baby, whose name I actually don't know, and I feel like a bad friend.
Yeah, actually, I don't know either. Inconsiderate, though. He had it the day before my haircut, so I had to get moved. And Chris is a super nice guy. Yeah. Just a different haircut. But
I don't get another haircut until March 11th for what it's worth because of this baby. So
good Lord.
I'll be wearing a hat here in the next week or so.
Good Lord.
Oh, I could go milk guy haircut.
That's a 2-guard all the way around, right there.
2-guard all the way around.
Is it 2? Somebody get this guy a microphone. Somebody get this guy a microphone. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, so a lot of fun stuff coming. And, PCA is what, 45 days away, less than?
Yeah, less. Yeah, roughly. Yeah, we're in the middle of April, and that you and I will be there in New Orleans. We've touched on it a little bit. We'll probably do a preview pod for that, kind of what to expect. We'll certainly do a recap pod of everything we see down there. But we're expecting to see some cool stuff. I've never been to New Orleans. I don't know if you've been to New Orleans or not.
I have, but it was after the hurricane, so
you were doing work.
I was.
Good ass dude. So I'm excited to see it. Like I said, I've never been. Hang out down there, see a lot of cool people. It's gonna be interesting from the smoking perspective. We've talked about this with some of our reps. I think there's been a little bit of pushback because it's a non-smoking town. They're obviously making some accommodations, but it's going to be tough. You know, not like we're used to in Las Vegas, where you can basically smoke wherever you want.
Yep.
Sans a few spots where we can kind of, gamble and have cigars.
Yep.
Have meetings and have cigars and that kind of thing. It'll kind of be limited to the show floor and then some select cigar bars and restaurants and stuff like that throughout town. But
should be fun though. We'll hopefully have some special guests on.
Yeah, I think the plan for us is probably to do some live stuff, probably Instagram live, maybe some YouTube live stuff while we're there from the show floor, talk about, what we've got going on and stuff like that. And then maybe even some after hours, maybe longer form, 30, 45-minute interviews with some people. We've talked to Terrence about doing some stuff. Hopefully we can get some of those guys that we do a lot of business with that are big supporters of ours and us of them. Kind of talk about what they've got coming, what they got going on the rest of the year, what they expect to see and stuff like that. I haven't heard, you could tell me, do you have any rumblings of what we might expect this year? I haven't heard. Obviously, we've talked about that. Supreme Leaf probably sooner than later. 25th anniversary, we've talked about that. Yeah. But is there anything else that we're really expecting?
I found out today that Ashton is doing 2 new La Aroma de Cuba things. I think they're supposed to be on the DL, so I won't say what they are, but they're not coming until Q3 or Q4. And then I talked to Foundation today, and they've got a couple tricks up their sleeve, but nothing crazy. No new lines. Maybe some line extensions from Foundation, other than 10th anniversary. Okay, so
of
course.
that would be the big thing from
that's going to be the big thing.
That's an expectation, right?
Yep.
We don't know anything about it, but we do believe.
Yeah, I tried to squeeze some information out of Nate today, and he wasn't having it.
Not great.
No, not great.
That's all right.
It's all right. He was going to get an award for best friend in the industry, but he lost it today. So
Nate's not watching, I'm sure. So he doesn't
Nate,
care.
if you're listening, watching, I love you. I'm kidding.
You done fucked up, AA. I'm sorry. You can't.
That's right.
All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a little fun with this. We're gonna give away some awards. We're gonna give away some cool awards, like we talked about. Cigar of the Year is on the docket. That is one of our. That's our best picture, if you will. And we've got some other things. We've got some fun awards we're going to give out and everything like that. Hopefully, we might be able to straighten this phone thing out, but worst case scenario, we'll get some speakerphone guys that we want to call and talk to and everything like that.
Yep.
So let's get to it. Let's give away an award. You ready?
Where are you starting?
I think we give away something special to start out with.
Doing something special?
Yeah, I think we go out and give out. I'll let you do the honors.
Okay.
Let me see here. Let me get.
Unless you can convince Milk got to be Vanna White for us.
Yeah. Come here. Hold these for a second. Come on. You don't have to be on TV. Come on. You're fine. Just hold on to the envelopes. You're like Deloitte and Touche. You got it. Give me. We want to give away Factory of the Year to start out with. What do you think about that?
I like it.
All right. Let's do it. So, no, not company. Factory. It's probably the last one. Would be my guess. So, Factory of the Year.
Thank you, Vanna.
Before we reveal it, talk to me. Yeah. These votes and tallies have been painstakingly kept secret.
They were so meticulously
counted.
And
it's done so above board that there could be no corruption or fraudulent activities. You definitely couldn't not have given us $20 in your company on Factory of the Year.
You got $20?
No, I didn't get $20.
Oh, okay. So it's what we decided on.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I think we didn't really do any nominations for this, but I wanted.
This is kind of our opinions and everything like that. But
I think there are a couple honorable mentions out there. You want to save those for after we give the award, or you want to give them now?
No, I think we go ahead and give some of the honorable mentions.
So honorable mentions, La Isla.
Yep.
They did a lot of stuff for Warped this year. And everything that they were coming out with was fantastic, including the Cocodrilo and the Gellis family, Marveus. I always say it wrong. Their stuff was just fantastic. But the thing that impressed me with them the most was consistency. And in a world where consistency has been a real problem, I feel like that got them bumped up a lot, especially being such a small factory. You know, I never had any burn issues or draw issues or anything like that. Flavor was always right. So they did a great job this year, and I'm excited to see who else may work with them in the future.
Yeah.
Because I think there's some companies that could really take advantage of them. Another runner-up that we talked about was AJ Fernandez.
Yep, a big year for AJ.
Big year for AJ. Dias de Gloria, Brazil, the AJ 20. The stuff that he was making for Foundation was fantastic. And I think that's the thing with AJ. I feel like AJ sometimes feels not exciting, but everything that he puts out, like Tabernacle smokes this, and I know that's made for Foundation, but it smokes the same as it always has. You know, New World, one of our best sellers, has smoked the same as always has, and that is a feat.
I think a part of that is because he makes so much stuff that there's never a period of time where he's away. Yeah. So something coming back out or out new doesn't feel as surprising. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, because he's always in the mix, and that's a good thing, not a bad thing. I'm not saying that in a negative way, but he's always in the mix. And so there's anything that new to come or anything like that, for lack of a better term, feels routine, if that makes sense. Not in a negative way, but just he's so good at just putting out great stuff, whether it's for himself, for others.
Well, it says a lot when you look at Altadis going to him multiple times over for Romeo by AJ, Monte Cristo by AJ, H. Upman by AJ. You know, they don't just work with anybody, and they have their own factories and tobacco. And I mean, the fact that they're comfortable enough to know that, one, he can produce a consistent cigar for him, and two, produce it at the rate that they need it, because we're talking about one of the largest cigar manufacturers in the world. They can't go to someone like La Isla, unfortunately, because La Isla, their entire production would be eaten up with just that one cigar, and then they'd fall behind on everything else. So AJ has just reached into this level now, in my opinion, where if you know it's coming out of his factory, you know it's going to be quality.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's, you know, it's kind of like, you know, if you're related to sports, it's just, you know, you could give, you know, you could have given Michael Jordan the MVP every single year, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's just the best around, or whomever it is in their sport. You could probably
Milk Guy would say it would be LeBron.
Milk Guy would say LeBron. He is a LeBron guy, so we got to kind of come off that.
Damn, I'm trying to get him on.
See, he doesn't have a microphone now to defend himself, so he did this to himself. So for anybody that ever bumps into him, he is a big LeBron guy. Loves talking about LeBron James and how no matter what anybody tells him, he believes that LeBron James is on Michael Jordan's level. So that's obviously not here withstanding, but but you could give it, you know, you could give that award to the same person every time, because but sometimes you just feel like it's like out of necessity, you got to do it
right.
elsewhere, if that makes sense.
Right.
Whatever. All right. So we've obviously blown up AJ really hard, but he's actually not the winner.
He's not the winner.
So give it to us. Factory of the Year goes
winner
to
of the Factory of the Year is My Father Cigars. And there's a couple reasons that we picked My Father. One, they did just win another Cigar of the Year. They just got their third #1 Cigar of the Year with the judge, Gran Robusto.
My bad.
Technical difficulties.
Sorry.
So just got that #1 Cigar of the Year with Judge Gran Robusto. They put out the Fonseca Maduro this year. They put out the Don Pepin Vintage this year. They made a bunch of stuff for Tatuaje, which was all great. And then the creme de la creme, I honestly think if you asked them, the thing that probably excited them the most about this year was the fact that they started making the Wise Man for Foundation.
Yeah. Yep.
Partially because of spite, right, with everything that happened with Aganorsa. But everything they did was just fantastic, and I think they're going to have another really strong year this year as well.
And this feels like not just this year. It feels like a buildup of a couple years, right? Because Vintage was in 24, right? Jaime, Connecticut. In
I
24.
forgot about Jaime, Connecticut.
I can't remember if that was 24 into 23.
It was 24. Fonseca Maduro.
You had the La Union collaboration.
La Union, yep.
Their blue anniversary was...
That was a year before.
But that's what I mean. It was kind of like this very scaled buildup of things that really hit hard for them. You had the 100 Años with Florida Sativa. So a lot of stuff that kind of built to them really putting out a portfolio of things over the last couple of years that is kind of second to none. And obviously we're partial. We've been supporters of that brand and that company and factory for a long time. Are they producing anything out of Honduras yet?
Not yet.
So
that's probably be next year before we see that.
So they're in Nicaragua, they're in Esteli, Honduras, and one more factory somewhere as well, I think.
Well, they've got the Tacuba factory, which not a lot of stuff gets made out of. That's where Pepin trains a lot of rollers.
Yeah.
And
do they still have a little bit going on in Miami?
That's where a lot of Tatuaje stuff gets made. Yep.
So you
Brown
kind
label,
of wrap
Cajonu,
all that stuff in, one package. That's kind of.
Yeah, and I think we can give a little what's to come here for those that are out there listening. Something that we are going to be getting later this year, which is really exciting, and that's the Flor de las Antillas MAM 13.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about it.
So Flor de las Antillas MAM, it came out in 2013, and it was exclusive to just the Southeast region, but only 5 stores had it, and it's a 6x48 round Toro. It's not a tweaked blend or anything like that, but what was interesting when I started reading about it, Half Wheel reviewed it when it came out, and they said that it was the most complete version of Flor de las Antillas, which is really cool. So we're going to be getting that. We're going to be on one of only 6 or 7 retailers to have that. It'll be here probably in May or June, if I was guessing. So that's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, I do want to, because this is a fun podcast, I do want to make note that Milk Guy as a LeBron lover is gaining traction in the chat.
I saw. You just let us know if you want a mic, Milk Guy.
You can come in and defend yourself anytime with a microphone.
Anytime.
Right out there, right out in the hallway. You just plug it in. You can defend yourself. What are you smoking?
Milk Guy is smoking Group of 5, one of the nominations for Cigar of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Excellent cigar.
I like it.
He's looking for something else. Great.
He's heckling us now and still doesn't have a mic.
That's a ringing endorsement of the cigar he smoked. He was looking for something else and it happened to fall on that one.
So yeah, congratulations to my father,
Congrats,
Cigar.
my father.
Yep, Factory of the Year.
Great repping, Jamie Parkinson. Appreciate you if you're watching. Hopefully she is. Yeah, a little applause.
Yeah. Hey, applause button. No, I didn't know.
I think that's the applause. It could just be another song. I'm not sure. I don't have the headphones in to hear the feedback on it. Somebody hit me in the chat. Let me know if that was the applause or not, please. All right, what do you think? I think we're going to give away a very special award to a very special person. And this award...
Is this... I need to give somebody a heads up.
This is not a call one. No, this is not a call.
Oh, okay. I know what we're talking about.
This goes out to a special person who is not going to be able to get into our chat and defend himself on this award, if the HR award. This award is given out to the Pipe Pint employee who probably at any given point in time, and I'll read this award.
Yeah.
Needs a visit to HR for a multitude of reasons. Nothing that's ever egregious, but you just got to kind of...
You got to reel him in.
You got to reel him in a little bit. He gets very excited. He's a good dude. But we are going to give what I'm going to refer to as the HR, most likely to visit HR award to the one and only cigar cop, Mr. Eric Livingston. There he is right there.
And today is his birthday.
And he can't defend himself because he's on a 2-week unpaid vacation to Italy.
which at one point we thought was going to be a 6-week vacation.
Yeah, which when he first told me he was going to be gone from February 25th to March 29th is what I believed it to be. And I thought to myself, you and I driving together when this text came through and we misread the text. And I think I told you, I was like, I don't think that's a vacation. I think that's a resignation. I don't think you get to come back to work. But that's not true. He is coming back. He'll be
That's
back.
right.
Night,
as Chris Bray just said, the dad joke master. And I feel like I want to tell one of his jokes, but we may get kicked off of YouTube if I do that. So
we will 100% get censored.
That's exactly right. This is why
I want to tell the joke, my favorite joke, so bad, but I can't do it.
Yeah, this
is our guy. We love him to
This
death.
is the guy that genuinely, maybe we should have got him a sign made for this, like a Saturday sign, neon sign, performing now. Eric Livingston, Cigar Cop.
Yeah.
Like I just, you know what to expect. You know what to expect.
He never fails, even after an HR visit.
Even after an HR visit, he tells you a joke.
He also then repeats the offense within 12 to 24 hours. I mean, it takes no time at all for him to go.
Repeat offender. That was a cop.
He's a repeat offender.
The jokes write themselves.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So we love him. Hopefully he has a great trip. He's going to Italy to see his daughter for spring break. Is that right?
Yeah, he's going to Italy, and then he actually came by here on Sunday, because he wanted a birthday cigar. So, you know, I don't know. What'd he get? A Tatuaje. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he's going to Italy, and then they're going to like Prague and somewhere else, and I don't know, man. I don't know. He may not come back.
No, we wish him well. We hope he comes back. He's great. He's our guy. We love him to death. Eric. You're good.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
All right, let's do another one. This one you get to take the lead on. This one is very important to you and to basically to everybody who's listening. I'm not as big as guy, but we are giving away the award for Bourbon of the Year.
Hey, real quick, just for those listening, I just got a message on Facebook from one of your family members.
Okay.
They said hello.
Okay.
To the Pipe and Pint Greensboro page.
Thanks, Mom.
Your mom shouldn't be sending messages, man. She should be watching.
Yeah.
My mom's watching my daughter right now.
Right, so, there's only, if she's saying hello, she's watching him and then communicating in the opposite form of this.
Is she in Michigan right now?
No, she's not home. She got home yesterday.
Did she bring any burners?
She sure did.
My man.
She sure did. That's what a good mom does, man. She mules and ginger ale.
She sends you a message on Facebook.
And then she sends you on Facebook when you're on YouTube Live.
That's exactly right.
Two completely unrelated companies. That's right. All right. So, Bourbon of the Year. Do you have any honorable mentions for your Bourbon of the Year?
I do have some honorable mentions. Also, Franklin Kleckner in the chat right now wants to know where all the confetti and pixie dust is. I guess we missed out on that.
Yeah. Listen, it's a first annual.
Yeah, this is a work in progress
for next year.
Yeah.
Goodness sakes.
So the next award we're going to give is Bourbon of the Year. And I went back and forth in my mind with what the winner of this was going to be because I got to try some excellent bourbon last year. Thanks to our good friend Bourbon Guy, who hopefully is still watching, who had a birthday party for Milk Guy and broke out some really nice bottles, including a bottle of Eagle Rare 17, which was just sublime. Our good friend Garrett, G's Nuts, and I went to Dram and Draft one night, and I got to try Michter's 25. Okay. And then recently at Smokin' Oak, I tried Heaven Hill 18, thanks to you. Mm-hmm. And all of them were fantastic. And I would argue that all of them were better than this bottle that I picked for Bourbon of the Year. But the reason I picked this bottle for Bourbon of the Year is because I wanted to pick something that I'd personally owned, that I'd personally bought, that someone could still find. Because the thing that I hate with any list is when, like Cigar Aficionado, they give it to a Cuban, right?
Yep.
Or Wine Enthusiast gives it to this,
something super unattainable.
Right, exactly. And I didn't want to do that, so that's why I picked this bourbon.
Or in the case of the cigar, like, illegal. Yeah,
exactly.
And I understand that it's a magazine to the world, but let's be honest, who consumes it?
Yeah. So while wasn't the best bourbon that I had. It was the best readily available bourbon that I had, and especially for the price point. It was a bottle that I had 3 bottles of. They're all gone now, and I've talked about that on this podcast before. So, congratulations to Wild Turkey, Jimmy Russell's 70th birthday bourbon. So, blend of 8 and 9-year-old bourbons came out at 101 proof, which I think is a perfect proof for them. That's their signature proof with the Wild Turkey 101. Did you try it? Was it spicy?
I don't think I got a chance to try it, no.
You didn't try it? I thought I had it on the podcast and we tried it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't want to say yes or no now I don't remember because they all kind of blend together when they burn your insides.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what the burners is for, man. Shout out, Mom.
Yeah. Yep, Mom's got me set.
But I know. Milk Guy got to try it, and producer Greg got to try it, and Franklin got to try it. A bunch of people got to try it. Everybody loved it. I paid $50 a bottle for it, and it was just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
So it was everything I wanted it to be. Now, if anybody's listening,
and you have
I need a favor. No.
Oh, gotcha.
I need a favor. Jack Daniels just announced yesterday that they're doing a 14-year Jack Daniels that's bottled at barrel proof. And I will pay double for it. So if you find it, you call me up on my cellular device and you let me know.
That's illegal. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You let me know. And I will pay you for it, and I will appreciate that. I'm talking to you, Chris Baker, because I know you're still watching, and Bourbon Guy, because Bourbon Guy's still watching.
Is he?
And I don't think he likes my pick for Bourbon of the Year.
Oh, really?
He booed me, and I'm sad.
All right, Bourbon Guy, I want to hear his. Did he put in a recommendation? I want to hear.
Yeah,
and if anybody, anybody in the chat's got a different opinion. I'd like to hear what they think what it could be or should be, at least what their personal favorites might have been. Because that's a big thing. Like, it's obviously, just like cigars is very much.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to expand the voting process
thing
next year and then have a fan voted award.
Nah, I like having complete control.
That's exactly right. Hey, well, we won't give him the mic. But what was your bourbon of the year?
What was your bourbon of the year? It's great TV.
GTS. See, that's a Bourbon Guy shout out right there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, are you placating right now? Good God. He's trying to make up for the LeBron comment. No, I'm doing it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Bourbon Guy, Milk Guy has just declared his love for you even more and said that GTS was his favorite, which I know you gave him.
Yeah.
So, well, I forget about. I got to try the Willet Purple Top because of Bourbon Guy and GTS too.
Was the Willet Purple Top? Was that the one?
That was the one. I've never seen you turn like green before.
Wow, I thought it'd gone bad. I mean, I didn't. I didn't know bourbon could spoil like that. That's crazy. You pay that much for a bottle. It's so spicy.
Why is it spicy?
I mean, it was. Listen, you guys are the bourbon guys. It's just not my thing. Again, we've talked about this a million times. Bourbon and ginger is my drink. I've got to mix it though. Like every one of you guys makes fun of me. It's like, oh, you're a bitch. You're a puss. Like you can't do it.
Yep.
Like, listen, there's just some things in life you just kind of have to, decide that it's not for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Like I said, that's what the burners is for.
Yeah,
that's what the burners is for. I mean, your mom's going to message me again and hopefully ask me if I want some burners.
There's not enough to go around, sorry.
Well, I'm heartbroken.
No, I'll bring you one.
All right, I appreciate that.
Shout out to Burners needs to sponsor this podcast.
That's exactly
if I get some free burners from the folks at Burners. All right, let's do another one. What do you want to do?
Well, do you want to call somebody?
Yeah, I think this is a good time to call. I don't want to give the word away, but this is the Indeed.com award.
All right.
So this is a very special award. Ethan's gonna get our award winner ready. Let me see this real quick. So this is an award that's going to a gentleman who we very much consider a friend. Now he may not. I gotta find his. Yeah, there it is, right there. He's not gonna find this award to be very I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for here?
Gratifying.
It's not a slight on our fella, but let's pull him up.
You want me to get him on the phone?
Yeah, but we're giving the Indeed.com revolving door award for the cigar rep who's most likely to have a new job by the time this podcast ends to our good friend, Mr. Franklin Kleckner.
Hello.
Franklin, I'm calling you live from the Stogie Awards right now.
The Stogie Awards?
The Stogie Awards. And guess what, buddy? You've just won a Stogie.
Oh, hell yeah. Which one? Most unpredictable rep?
You just won the Indeed.com revolving door rep award.
It's very on brand, though. I love it.
Yeah, it was the award for the rep to most likely have a new job before this live stream ends.
Yeah, to be fair, Glassdoor is like, it's the hot thing right now, but we all know that we all go back to Indeed, though. So I'm okay with that.
I mean, it could have been the Monster.com one.
Yeah,
Excellent.
and the one that doesn't I don't tell you the actual salary range, so Indeed is spot on.
Well, let me ask you, how does it feel knowing that you've won a Stogie?
I feel I want to thank God and my kids.
Do you feel God in this Chili's tonight?
I feel God in this Pipe Pint tonight.
I figured you were probably going to think, Rocky Patel, El Septimo,
Ricky Petal, El Sombrero, David Zoff.
Oh man! Well,
I just want to say I knew it was all leading to something. I just didn't know when I had to stop, but now I can stop.
Well, I just want to make clear that there's no financial gain from winning an award, or really anything other than pride. But that is the one thing that that's invaluable.
Maybe notoriety.
Notoriety. Yeah.
0.01 of a Bitcoin counts as something.
That's exactly.
And I gladly accept.
We appreciate that.
I don't know, man. 0.01 of a Bitcoin's a lot of money right now.
And you know what? I cannot thank you enough, Jason. Thank you so much for explicitly offering 0.01% of a Bitcoin.
So
wait, I gotta ask, who am I preceding? Who came before me?
I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy. This was kind of a runaway.
Yeah, there were no other nominations for this award.
Yeah, there are. My boy Palm.
Oh yeah, he might have.
That's fair. Well, since we're on the topic, how is the new job? New job going well for you, buddy?
Dude, it's good, man. The people are great. The creativity is unmatched, and so I can't wait to beat you guys up all over again.
Oh, boo.
That's a company man right there.
I'm getting better each time. The sales pitch is getting shorter and shorter.
Do you have kayaks at this company?
Why stop at a kayak? It's gonna be done, man.
So we're talking center. We're talking center consoles.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, you're based out of South Carolina. Give me a boat. I'll buy it.
Speaking of center consoles, can I share a life hack with you guys that I saw on this YouTube guy I follow?
Of course.
So this guy is like a 9-to-5 guy, and he'll eat lunch in his car. And it blew my mind. He went to a drive-thru, got an order, parked, went in the back seat, and used the center console as a table. Blew my mind.
Incredible. See, and that's why these companies seek you out, because that is the innovation that this industry needs.
Everybody's looking for it.
Yeah, I don't create them, but I find them on the internet. It's like Apple. I don't discover it, but I do it better.
That's exactly right. Right. Well, congratulations, my friend. We're happy for you. And
now, I will say, it'd be a hell of a job for you to repeat this award next year.
Well, dude, it's one of those things though where like at this point it gets better every time, right?
That's right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know where you go from here, but yeah, sure.
well, do I get a trophy? Do I get a shirt? Anything?
We might. Well, hey, next time we see you, we might could work something out for you.
I will gladly settle for a warped. What is that really hard to find one? Piece unique.
Oh, good Lord! We didn't spend that kind of money on you, son. Like, what are you talking about?
Hey, we'll give you back one of your paddle boards. How's that sound?
yeah.
Here, let me record it and say it all over again.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Man, well, I appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah, man. We appreciate it. Thanks for taking our call, buddy.
See you, bud.
All right, love you guys. I'll
See you, man.
soon.
See you, buddy. Bye. What a good sport.
What a great sport.
What a good sport. I tell you, just and you know, the funny thing about it, if you are a company out there, you're lucky to have him as a rep. So, you know, I'm happy for him. He seems happy. I'm happy.
Yeah. Listen, we're having a little bit of fun at his expense because he's our friend. He does an awesome job. So there's a reason that other companies want him to work for them.
Yeah, that's
right.
exactly
He
right.
does an awesome job, and he's a good friend to us. He's done. Listen, we're not naming names, but there's a lot of mediocre guys who kind of flow through the shop here and there, and don't give it the old college try. But frankly,
That's right.
it's the exact opposite.
And you got 11 paddle boards out of him. So,
my wife has one of the paddle boards. Cole's got one of the paddle boards. Our boy Paul won one of the paddle boards. Somebody in Southport won a paddle board, I believe. So, and then we've got 2 more that we could do something with this summer. So, like, we bought a lot of, to be fair, like, he enticed us with these things, but it worked. We bought them. But it was a great deal for us. We're able to, use those things to help us sell stuff and everything like that. So, I thought it worked out great.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think just because I texted him and gave him the 5-minute heads up, I think we need to do our Employee of the Year award next.
This is one of the most coveted awards.
And
so I'm going to let you read this one. This is an award.
Go ahead.
For employee. This is the Pipe and Pint via Casa de Monte Cristo Employee of the Year. Now let me get this set up because I want to make sure everybody can see who it is and everything like that. So.
And when we were talking about Employee of the Year, what makes a good employee? I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
I'm sure, dude. I don't have any. So.
Well, this live stream's over.
And that'll do it, folks. This is a solo podcast going forward. No, good. Listen, what makes a good employee beyond, showing up for time and the ridiculous stuff I say is somebody who treats the job with passion and excitement, throws themselves into the job, into what they're selling, provides every customer with ultimate customer experience. And in our industry,
I've known this guy, and I've talked about him on the podcast before for 4 years now, and have become really good friends with him ever since. And he wasn't working in the industry when we first met. He wanted to get in the industry, and he busted his ass and put in the time and put in the work, put in the reading, the studying, and everything, and then took a leap of faith and got a job in the industry. And so, while his company may not recognize him, we wanted to. So, congratulations to my good friend, Mike Martello, a.k.a. Leisure Leaf on Instagram.
Leisure Leaf.
For the
Pipe and Pipe via Casa de Monte Cristo Employee
of the Year.
He does not work for us. Let's make that clear.
He does not. Mike.
Hello.
I'm calling you live from the Stogies. How are you, buddy?
Holy I'm not sure if I'm allowed to curse on
Yeah,
this
you're
show.
fine.
you
That's
can
fine.
curse all you want.
We don't care.
All right. You guys got to remember, I'm from New Jersey. The Stogies.
The Stogies. And I'm calling to congratulate you because you have won a Stogie. And that Stogie, my friend, is the Pipe and Pint via Casa de Monte Cristo Employee of the Year Award.
That is probably the greatest honor that will be bestowed upon me for this year.
Well,
I am floored by that. Employee of the month of Pipe and Pint?
No, employee of the year.
The Pipe and Pint Casa de Monte Cristo employee of the year.
Dude, that is a great honor.
Yeah. Well, the way I look at it is if your company isn't going to acknowledge you, we will.
We will. On behalf of your company, we will acknowledge
you. On behalf of your company,
of the year.
Thank you for your hard work and the effort and the sacrifices that you make, because if they don't give a shit, at least somebody does.
Well, I appreciate you guys giving me a call and bestowing upon me this award. This is not what I expected a call from you guys about, to be quite honest with you.
I guess
I thought that you guys were gonna think of like a funny, quirky, sort of like secondary kind of thing, like just like something we've joked about. But this is actually very, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, of course. You're the
that's
only
exactly
one.
What we thought.
Yeah. You're the only one not getting a quirky award. We just gave Franklin, who is now leaving Davidoff to go be the national sales manager for Loudese, the Indeed.com revolving door award. So, there's some quirky ones coming.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't know Franklin outside of the fact that I know that Franklin has worked for like 3 or 4
that's the old reputation starting to precede him.
That's the extent of like what I know. So I guess that award is like right on the nose.
Yeah. So
he's the crazy part is he's trying to repeat next year.
That would mean he would have to go for what, a quintuplet of companies or something?
Listen, we're not ruling that out right now. That can't be ruled out.
Franklin, I don't know you. I don't know if you're going to listen to this podcast, but it's all with love. Hopefully I get to meet you one day.
You probably will. Do y'all carry Caldwell?
Not at the moment.
No.
Well,
never.
He's going to be he's going to be in there, buddy. He's going to have all sorts of gifts to give you. He's going to be in there.
That's right.
Well, this is awesome. How long have you guys been on with the Stogies? How many awards have you given out already?
3 or 4.
I think.
We gave out Factory of the Year. Went to my father.
Yep.
Gave out Bourbon of the Year.
Well deserved.
Yep. Gave out Bourbon of the Year to Jimmy Russell's 70th, right?
Yeah, Wild Turkey Jimmy Russell 70th. We gave out the most likely to get called to HR award to our
great employees,
part-time guy Eric Livingston, and then the Indeed.com revolving door award to Franklin. So I would argue that you have now received the most prestigious award of the evening.
Yeah, and that includes Cigar of the Year is yet to come.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
I don't really know what to say.
I would assume that this is on all the TVs at the shop right now, correct? That you're streaming the Stogies live right now at all the Casa de Monte Cristos?
I hope that you guys do like a viewing party for this next year and actually have people. Like you invite people to the shop.
Well, we try to get a couple. We've got a couple in house here who refuse to be on camera.
Right now. We tried to get some people in. Franklin was going to come but couldn't, and Garrett's in Vegas right now. And then
I heard Garrett.
We hadn't given that one yet. We need to.
No, I don't know anything about the Stogies. I meant his nickname.
Oh, G's Nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, great nickname.
Yeah, everybody just got G's Nuts.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I think the one question we have for you is, are you going to try and repeat?
I think with something this prestigious, I have to just keep working as hard as I possibly can, because I don't want Franklin or anybody else to steal this from me next year.
That's a great attitude.
That is exactly a great attitude. Now, keep in mind,
you're the only person we know from Casa de Monte
Cristo.
You
are the only employee we know at Casa de Monte Cristo. So the competition isn't steep, but you never know.
After that, you do never know.
After you get this award, the notoriety that comes along with it, there could be a lot of people who slide into our DMs now wanting to know if they can compete for next year's award. So
it's very possible. To be honest with you, with an award this prestigious, I assume that the competition next year will somehow find its way to be fierce.
Yeah, I agree.
That's right.
And I do want to make one thing clear, the same thing we made clear to Franklin. There is no compensation along with these awards. We are not authorized to give you a raise in any way. Well, you know what? Hey, fuck it. I don't care. You get 10% raise for you, Mike.
10. Let's fucking go 20.
20% raise.
Well, I am. This award is enough for me to take this with me and push on through to keep working as hard as I possibly can to get this award next year.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it. Hey, well, hopefully within the next month or so,
we're going to get you on the
we're going to actually get you on the podcast, and we're actually going to have a serious conversation.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love to sit down and talk to you guys just about, honestly, just about anything. I think that, like, if we just stick it to cigars like you guys have been doing, and you guys have been doing an amazing job. I've really been enjoying this podcast, and I think that what you guys are doing is really, it's solid. It's not your everyday podcast. And
he is really working on hard on next year's award.
It's got a lot of information, and it's got everything that I don't like about other cigar podcasts. You know, like it's just straight up, which I really enjoy.
Well, we appreciate it, buddy.
We appreciate it, dude. All right, buddy.
Also, really quick, really quick. Take that speech into consideration for this award.
I'm just gonna say, you're working on.
All right. Well, that sounds good, buddy.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, man. I appreciate you. We'll see you, buddy.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
You too. Bye.
See it.
What a guy. I need you to meet him sometime.
Yeah. We've talked about having him on the podcast a bunch and everything like that, so we got to get him on.
Yeah. Vicky says that there is a delay and the talking and sound don't match up. I don't know if that's because we were on the phone or not, though.
Yeah, it could have been because we're on the phone. Let me see if I can't do something here with the audio here or not. Let's see.
This is when we need Eric here to tell a joke. We need. I'll tell you what, for next year's, we need some like live performances. We'll have to screen Eric's though, because, you know.
Oh, that's kind of what we had with this guy over here. We thought we were gonna do, you know.
You want some more bourbon? If we give him some more.
All right, well, we apologize if there's audio issues. We're live streaming. That's that's what happens. Hit us up in the chat. Who's Vicky? There's a delay. Talking and sound aren't matching up. Bray, do not give. Oh, good Lord. We got you, Bray. We were not giving it to Junior.
Junior.
All right, what do we think next? I think we go. Let's go wine of the year this time.
Wow, this is your award.
Yeah.
This is your award.
Let me set up our stuff here. Let me get the live on the phone off of here. There we go. All right, so wine of the year. This wine, actually, I don't even know why I have the award because I know what's going to be. It's been a wine of the year. I mean, it's fantastic. It's Napa Valley. It is probably one of the best wines overall, but one of the best bang for price points that I think you can get. So without further ado on that one, the Caterwaul Napa Valley is going to be our wine of the year. This wine came to us, kind of beginning, middle of the year? First half of the year?
It's funny. We always talk about, we get wine tastings all the time, right? Had 2 today. And there's always one wine tasting that stands out as like the wine tasting of the year because whatever they're bringing in, we don't know anything about it, and the wines end up absolutely flooring us. And that wine tasting this year was the Caterwaul / Thomas Rivers Brown wine tasting. So the whole wine tasting was fantastic. All of the wines came from or made by Thomas Rivers Brown. Oh boy. We might still get milk.
Yeah, that microphone's getting hooked up.
Yeah. All the wines were made by Thomas Rivers Brown, who has more 100-point ratings, I think, than anybody in the wine world, and made and one of mine, if not my favorite wines of all time, Double Diamond.
Yep.
And so once we heard like Double Diamond, the guy that made Double Diamond makes all of these wines, we knew we were in for something special. And I remember you weren't really a part of the tasting because you were busy doing something upstairs, whatever. And so Robbie and I were tasting, and I tasted this wine, and I was like, I need another glass because I got to let you try it.
Yeah, so I wrote down some details here. So Matt Harden, Thomas Rivers Brown. And if you're familiar with Thomas Rivers Brown, you probably already know some of this stuff. But Schrader, Outpost, Maybach, Polito Walker, and is it Rivers Marie?
Rivers Marie, yep.
Yeah. And then we have something else recently from Thomas Rivers Browns. Or am I mistaken on that?
That post parade that we had,
yeah.
that's Thomas Rivers Brown. The Aston Pinot Noir is Thomas Rivers Brown.
Just known for putting out incredible wines. And a lot of those other wines we talked about are, upwards of, hundreds of dollars a bottle and our collector bottles and everything like that. We're coming in around that, I think, $49 to $55 kind of dollar range, I think, with the Napa.
Yep.
They've got a Sonoma. And they've got some other, what I guess I would refer to as like estate bottles, and that kind of thing. But awesome wine, can't go wrong. Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. I really, really, really liked it myself. I'm glad you liked it, and I mean, like I think you may have said the price. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. $59.99 a bottle.
$59.99. Okay.
$59.99 a bottle, and the fact that you can get Napa Valley made by a winemaker that has made bottles that cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars for $60, it's incredible. And again, this is another wine that it's great because you can get it, right? Like we sold out yesterday. I ordered more bottles today. They had plenty in stock, no problem, which is really nice. Now, one thing I didn't ask you is, did you have any other nominations for Wine of the Year, or was that just the one and you knew it?
That was probably the one that stood out. Now, we brought in some wines this year that may not be of the year and stuff like that I thought were great. Time Place is one that stands out for me that I think also falls into that unbelievable bang for the buck. That's in that $35 range. $39.99. For that, obviously, we had Double Diamond back in this year, which is always one of my favorite bottles. We've talked about that before. What else is on there? The new bezel that is in there now from the Cakebread family is outstanding.
Yep.
And also another great bang. I feel like we have found a really nice collection of great daily drinking to special occasion bottles that aren't going to run you out the door with $200 price tags.
Yeah, that's one thing I did notice last year, a trend, if you will, in the wine world is we tried more Napa Valley specifically, Napa Valley cabs that were let's call it $60 than we ever have before, right? So we had the Time Place, Caterwall, obviously, the Bueller, the Monticello. What was the one we tried today? Do you remember the name of it? I'm asking Milk Guy. The Maxwell. Yeah, so another one we tried today that all retail for $40. And I remember...
Did you mention the Monticello one?
Yeah, Monticello. Yep. Yeah, and I remember, I mean, honestly, Double Diamond was like the value because it was like you couldn't get a Napa cab that wasn't $80 or $100.
Yeah, they all were falling in that price point.
And now we've got a good collection of them. I think about like Vingy's Silencio, another personal favorite of mine. So it's really nice to see because... It feels like the price of good Napa Valley is finally coming down to be more approachable for the average consumer. It's not like the holy grail anymore where, yeah, we know Napa's the best, but you got to fork out $100 just to get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I like it.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I like the pick.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yep.
What do you want? I'd like to give out Company of the Year.
Okay.
On this one.
All right.
Because I think we've got some time to talk about this a little bit. So I'm going to let you read this one while I set up the graphics.
So Company of the Year, there's a lot of things that we take into consideration with this, and quality of product that came out throughout the year, innovation of product throughout the year. There's kind of a or do we like you factor too, selfishly,
this is objective.
Yeah, this is
our opinion, and we could probably go over some nominees, some honorable mentions here as well, because there are a lot of people who did some big time cigars.
Yeah, you know, it'd be hard not to bring up Padron Fuente with the collaboration that they did, the Legends that they did. It'd be hard not to give it, you know, to somebody like My Father or Tatuaje with La Union and all the releases that they had, to AJ with the year that he had. You know, there were a lot of good options out there. Romacraft with the stuff that they were putting out, but in our opinion, there was one that stood above the rest, and I was thinking about it earlier today. I don't know that they came out with a cigar I did not like.
Agreed.
I liked, and that cannot be said for every single one of those companies that I just mentioned for the most part. This company just, and it may not have been for you, but they put out something for everybody. Plus, and this is a bonus, they're a friend of the program.
Friend of the program, that's right.
It's nice because it's rare that you get a company where the owner is still directly involved with the company the way that this owner is. Like, I when we place orders, we give our orders to the owner of the company, and he personally sees that they're taken care of.
Yeah, yep. And you know, we'll get into it as we're talking about it, but that's intentional. I think that's like how he likes to keep it. That's what he's looking for out of his business. He likes to be hands-on. He likes to be very involved in the entire integration of the business, if that makes sense.
And he's just a super nice guy.
Super good
so
dude.
Without further ado, congratulations to Warped Cigars for our company of the year. And let's talk about this for a second. So this was the 10th anniversary year for El Oso, Don Ronaldo, and La Colmena.
Yep.
10th anniversary cigars for all of them. All of them were great. Made it El Titan de Bronze, so they were a little bit more expensive, but I appreciate him paying close attention to detail for the cigars that he put out. The El Oso 10th anniversary was one of my favorite cigars that I smoked this year. But on the lesser expensive side of things, and he is one of the big reasons that I that we decided to give La Isla Factory of the Year, because he did the Ala de Cocodrilo, which was awesome, and made basically everybody's top 25.
Yep.
It was number 2 on Half Wheel's consensus list. Just an unbelievable cigar. The Gellis family stuff that was coming out, anything from the Corona to the Saunter. He had the bits of Havana that Aganorsa did. And I'll say this too, it wasn't just the new stuff that was coming out. His core production that had been out for so long.
Yeah.
La Hacienda, the Corto 52 made Cigar Aficionado's top 25. I mean, everything that he did this year was consistent. The quality control was excellent. The price points were right. We had Black Honey this year. We had Piece Unique. Let us not forget about that. And, you know, the attention to detail that he puts into everything, even down to the band and the packaging, right?
Yeah.
Like the Piece Unique packaging is some of the most beautiful packaging that came out this year. Came with the concrete ashtray. Yeah.
Colored concrete ashtray was fantastic.
Yeah. And all the cigars were just absolutely fantastic. And
Is there one that stands above? For me, Piece Unique stood personally above the others for me personally, just because it hit right in my zone. And I think you knew that when you had it.
Yeah.
That would be a cigar that I would really gravitate towards.
Yeah, the Piece Unique was great. For me, though, the cigar that I've smoked the most is the Gellis family Marvelous. I always say the size of the name wrong.
Oh, can you see his hand? Get his hand. Oh, we almost got him.
I thought we got Milk Guy for a second. I mean, it was just the Gellis family cigar for $10.50. Yeah, it's a Corona, so it's a little small. Has delivered every single time that I've smoked it. And I find myself grabbing it when I want something that's 45 minutes to an hour. And in my opinion, and of course it's my opinion because it's my palate, my flavor profile, the Gellis family made it into my rotation. And if a cigar makes it into my rotation, that means I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
You know? So, I loved it.
Yeah, like I said, Piece Unique stood out for me. And again, we're talking about how he handles his business. And we're talking about a guy who's in the wine business as well. And not in the wine business for the sake of putting his name on a wine bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Like he takes the wine as seriously as he takes the cigars. He's, owns property where grapes are grown and that kind of thing. So, I mean, very much an artisan in the business, right? Like there's not a whole lot of that anymore. You know what I mean? That, because companies have gotten so big, and that's not to take away that people aren't taking good care, but it is cool to see somebody who takes such pride in what they do and wanting to be that involved in what they do and everything like that. So I liked it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well deserved. Let's put it
well
that way.
deserved.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to give out the award that I've been looking forward to giving out all night.
Okay.
Because he just texted me and said he's only got about a 10-minute window that he can talk still.
Well, let's give it to him. So this is
this award.
This award
is there's only one person that it can go to. And this person has been a champion of the big ring gauge cigar. Right?
That is an understatement.
It is an understatement. And for this award, we came up with something incredible. And that's the only word I can think of when I think of this award. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And so tonight we're honored to give the Aganorsa 10x100 Male Performer of the Year.
Brought to you by the Adult Video Network Awards, the AVNs.
Brought to you by the Adult Video Network to the one and only Mr. Garrett Haywood.
G's nuts.
G's nuts. Now, let's see if we can get him on the phone.
Let's
because
get him.
G's nuts is currently in Las Vegas.
I assume collecting another award for Male Performer of the Year.
Probably.
Hello.
It's G's nuts.
G's nuts.
G's nuts. I'm calling you live from the Stogie Awards. How's Vegas?
Vegas is good. Walking down Vegas Boulevard right now, so I feel like I'm living it. I'm in it.
Watch out for the people snapping the hooker cards, bro.
Yeah.
They'll get you.
No kidding.
Well, I'm here now to make your night even better because I'm calling to tell you that you have won a Stogie Award for the Adult Video Network Aganorsa 10x100 Male Performer of the Year.
Hey, if you got to win something, win that. Why not? I'll take it.
Let's keep in mind that he is the current reigning, defending 10x100 smoking champion, smoking the 10x100 in 1 hour and 48 minutes or 40 minutes, whatever ridiculous amount that was.
Hey, and I'm willing to put an challenge out there right now to all the listeners. I'm willing to go again if somebody thinks they can do it. They can beat it.
Not only is there not anybody that can do it, there's nobody who wants to do it. Okay,
well, if somebody gets a little frisky at some point, I'll put the belt on the line. No big deal.
Well, that's the only way they're going to win the AVN Male Performer of the Year award next year. So
that's exactly it.
I got to bring it back.
I guess the question is, what is the secret to your success? Is it protein shakes? Is it supplements?
Do you have a fluffer?
I don't even know what the cigar equivalent of that would be.
Oh, you know. No, don't pretend like you don't.
Maybe start out by like a 7x70 or something. That's your warm-up.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, 660
well,
fluffer.
You know what it may be? It may be that we're next door to the Citgo, and they sell those funny pills over there.
Yeah.
I tell you.
If you see me run out before I start smoking the big boy, you know what's going on.
Yeah, you're going to go one of those boner pills. I got you.
Well, it's a privilege and an honor to be recognized for that very unique skill.
I don't know that anything else can be said after that.
We are going to clip that audio and put that on social media, just FYI.
Clip it.
All right, buddy. Well, I won't keep you. Have fun in Vegas. Put 100 on black for us, and you keep performing, buddy.
Hey, you don't have to tell us how much, but are you up or down?
I'm down at the moment.
Okay, at the moment. That's the key, baby. Always time to come back.
There's still time.
As the adult male performer knows, it's about the journey, baby.
Yeah.
It's about the whole experience.
Listen, as any good male performer knows, the money shot comes at the end.
You better not be coming
coming at it as a sprint because you're going to lose.
That's exactly right, baby. It's a marathon.
That's right.
All right, buddy.
Thanks,
I
G's
appreciate
Nuts.
it, man.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it as well. I'll talk to you soon.
See you, buddy.
brother.
Bye. What an award.
There's no more deserving award. I mean, that was. I mean, if there was 2 runaway awards along with Franklin, there was that award. That was
a given. And Aganorsa actually told us today that we need to clip that and put it on social media so that we can tag them in it and they can share it.
Clip the
audio clip and the podcast clip here.
Yeah, we'll clip it for him. No problem.
Yeah.
He will live in infamy, as they say.
Yeah.
Listen, if you have to be known for something, just be known for it. Like, embrace it, right?
It's like Milk Guy.
Yeah.
He's Milk Guy. He embraces it.
LeBron guy now.
That's tough. You sure you don't want to defend that?
I'm going to tell him we'll get a 23 jersey. It's going to be a Lakers 23.
That's tough.
Does it make you more mad that LeBron wears 23? For those who can't hear, he just said no because this 23 is greater than the old 23. That's crazy. That's insane. Good Lord. Even I know that's not true. I'm a certified Jordan hater.
Boy. Well, this has been a
heck of a night. How's
show.
the bourbon going down over there? Still pretty good?
It's good.
How much of that bottles left there, big guy?
I had Jersey Mike's before this. We're good.
Jersey Mike's help a guy stay sober for 20 plus years.
Yeah, looking for sponsors, Jersey Mike's. Well,
our last award's going to be the coup de grace, the creme de
big
la
one.
creme, Cigar of the Year. But let's talk a little bit about what's come through this year that you think would be up there with this potential cigar.
So nominees.
Yeah,
if you will.
Nominees. I'd like to hear. Give me 3 or 4. 3. Give me 3 others that you think would be up there that you would consider for it.
So, Gellis family, Corona.
Yep.
Illusione Group of 5. Illusione one-off Black and Tan. Illusione, those 2 cigars may have saved them.
Black and Tan would be up there for me for
Yeah.
sure. Peace Unique would be up there for me for sure.
Peace Unique's up there. Funny enough, this is the first year that a Tatuaje cigar wouldn't be up there for me. And I really don't know what that says about me or Tatuaje. I still smoked plenty of Tatuaje, but I went back to the core, right? Smoked a lot of Brown Label, K222s, Capaguans, Coraline stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of the La Riqueza stuff. It's a little mild for me. They're good cigars, but they're mild. Wolfman was really good, but I don't think it clips that echelon, you know. But
where would things like La Union or Legends have fallen for you?
Well, I ended up not smoking Legends.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Those things.
La Union was my favorite cigar I'd smoked last year until I think Group of 5. But it was like once Group of 5 hit, all the other big stuff started coming in. So that cigar quickly made its way down the list.
Yeah.
It's a top 10 for me, for sure. I think my problem with La Union is the price point, right? At $60 a piece, it's a little tough. Now, with that being said, this year already, Tatuaje's got 2 cigars that are my favorites that I've smoked this year so far.
In the running for 25?
Yep, the Boris Karloff and that NFT Escasos
that one was that high up for you?
It is.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Gotcha.
So that's good to see. Not new, but new to us last year. You know, we brought in Placencia last year, and all of the Placencia stuff, the 151, I guess that was new last year.
Yep. That
would be up there.
Yep.
There was I felt like last year was actually a really good year for cigars.
I do too.
Even, and they're not on my list, but like for those that like Rocky Patel, the Gold Label and the
really
Emerald
good.
were both
Gold
really,
Label's
really good.
Yeah, I agree.
Perdomo 30.
Yep.
Really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was a lot of good
new to
stuff.
us, not necessarily new cigar, but
Yeah.
new to us. Although, that's only a year and a half old, right?
Yeah.
Came out in 23.
So a lot of good stuff. Dias de Gloria Brazil. That's another one.
Great cigar. That would be Brazil, Peace Unique, Black and Tan. I think would be the three. I think what we have chosen was the best cigar.
Well, and this was the one award where we collaborated a little bit, right? Like we asked Robbie and David and Austin.
Yeah, and to be fair, we gave out some goofy awards, and the awards like company and stuff like that we put thought into, and we really thought about what we thought about this cigar for sure.
Yeah. Because this cigar, funny enough, normally, personally, I'm not someone that recommends more expensive cigars.
Right.
Right. I am of the opinion that if a cigar is above $15 or $20, you're probably wasting your money. You're paying for name or packaging or limited nature of the cigar. And there's other stuff out there that's going to be just as good, if not better. But this cigar was the first cigar that I'd smoked in a long time that I thought was worth every penny. And I remember the day we got it in because it may have been a Monday. I feel like I was here by myself. I'm not sure. You were in Miami.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. You were in Miami. I'm not you may have already left for the day, and Greg was here. And I remember smoking the cigar and the nuance, the complexity, the construction. I was just so blown away. And I think I texted all of you and said, this cigar is the best cigar I've smoked this year. Yep. And I'm glad all of y'all agreed because that doesn't always happen. Cigars are subjective, so what I like you may not like and vice versa. But I've smoked multiple of them now. We sold through what we had of them, unfortunately. But I bought what I could.
Yep.
I paid full retail for them again. Or no, I'm sorry. Bourbon guy gave me another one.
Yep.
And I would have paid full retail for more of them.
Yeah. Well, let's make the announcement, then we can talk about it a little bit.
So the Cigar of the Year, the Pipe and Pint Stogies Cigar of the Year goes to the AJ Fernandez 20th anniversary.
Unbelievably good cigar. Unbelievable.
One size, 6x56, I believe. Nicaraguan, and we talked about AJ earlier, and how big AJ's gotten, but how he's been able to maintain the consistency and the quality of his cigars. And when you come out with an anniversary cigar, it should be special. And unfortunately these days, and I feel like you'll agree with me, anniversary cigars are just another bullshit way to get more money.
Correct.
And they're not special.
It's a cash grab, bro.
It's a cash grab. It's limited. They put it in a fancy box and charge an extra $10, $20, $30 for it when it should probably be much less. But this cigar is so, I'm smoking it right now, is so unbelievably good.
Only 7,500 cigars, I believe, is the number on that size.
And so it was...
Or 7,500 boxes.
I think it was
7,500 boxes.
7,500 boxes, but I believe only 5,000 of them were allocated for the States.
For the States, that's right.
So we were only able to get 5 boxes.
And the interesting thing about it is in a year where a lot of limited editions come out, we've talked about that before, a lot of expensive limited edition cigars came out, really expensive, right? And you probably could have made a case not knowing that this cigar probably would have been in that kind of realm, but it just didn't. I mean, it was not inexpensive by any means, but when you compare it to the others, like the price point was
reasonable,
very much so.
And this is the jaded cigar smoker coming out in me. When I heard it was coming out, I just thought to myself, this is just going to be another limited edition. Like, yeah, AJ makes good stuff, but a lot of his stuff can sometimes have the same flavor profile to it. Spicy, Nicaraguan, more full-bodied, leather, creamy, cocoa-y, earthy. They're good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not good, but they can run together sometimes.
Yep.
Especially when you consider how many cigars he makes for other people.
Yeah.
And then he puts this out, and it renewed my faith in knowing that he still grows unbelievable tobacco and can still blend an unbelievable cigar.
And I will say this. So, Robbie and I were in Las Vegas, I guess it was last summer, right? When they released this cigar. Now, we did not get a chance to smoke it. Obviously, the limited nature, they didn't have a chance to smoke it. There was clear hullabaloo about it. Like, there was plenty of other big, limited cigars that were coming out. They were obviously displaying Legends, and La Union was on display and everything like that. There was clear chatter when him and I were walking around. We got a chance to see it. When you saw the look at it of it, and you saw what the potential price point was going to be, and then kind of what you were hearing from, and obviously the powers that be are going to tell you, you know, it's fantastic, it's great, it's awesome, whatever. There was clear outside influence that was suggesting that this cigar was going to be something special. So I was not surprised when it came in, and then we actually got a chance to smoke it, that it was as good as it ended up being.
Yeah, and this is a cigar. I mean, obviously, I'm smoking it with bourbon right now. You can pair it with bourbon. You can smoke it by itself. Like, it goes with anything. But I will say, being a cigar nerd, like I've told you before, I like sitting down and dissecting cigars, picking up the nuances and whatnot. And this is a cigar that I could sit down and smoke for, and let's call it an hour and a half, and dissect and enjoy and just be in the moment with the cigar. And that's very rare these days because it is so nuanced and so complex, in my opinion. I mean, he just knocked it out of the park.
Cigar's awesome. The packaging is beautiful.
Yep.
I mean, the humidor box that came, again, everything about it came in on par or better than what you were seeing from the stuff that was $100 plus a cigar.
Yeah.
And they brought it in a package. Remind me, we were at 40, 30, somewhere right in there for it. Is what?
No, it's $25.
It's 25. Jeez.
Yeah.
We could charge 40 next time.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, like I said, we didn't get to smoke Legends. It was too expensive to smoke. We only got one box of it. And while I have the utmost respect for Padron and Fuente, I would bet my bottom dollar that this cigar was better than both of them.
I don't think there's any chance that those were better than this one.
Yeah.
It just, and again, we talk about this all the time when we discuss this. It's not a knock on the other ones. It just isn't.
No.
This just stood above everything else. And we were actually a little surprised. And again, an objective award. I was a little surprised to not see this at number one on some of the lists. It made just about every list.
Yeah.
There was, so it wasn't left off any of these top 25s or top 10s.
Yeah. It's going to sound, I don't know, bad maybe.
Hot take alert. Hot take alert.
There's so much glad handing with so many of these lists.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, and I respect Half Wheel for what they do, and you know, they gave the Roma Craft Mastranza Craft Marquette the number one cigar of the year, and I'm sure I didn't get to smoke that. I'm sure it was fantastic.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on these lists that people are like, this was better. We didn't get a chance to have, so if we can't tell you what we've had.
But I think the consensus list is such a good representation of the industry and the cigars that came out this year. And I don't think this cigar made the consensus. Really? Now, I don't think it did. Now, maybe that's limited nature. I mean, we only got 5 boxes of it, and that was the most we could get.
Yeah, only that many boxes. There may be a chance that a lot of people didn't get a chance to smoke it.
Right. But, and this isn't a knock on Dunbarton because I haven't smoked it, but the Umbagog Bronzeback, I don't care if it's $8 or not, is not in the same stratosphere as what this is. And that's, I haven't smoked it. I just know that for a fact. Now, in the $8 cigar realm, yeah, it may be the best $8 cigar on the market.
If you're taking that as part of the criteria, but that's just not the case.
But that should not have been the consensus number one cigar of the year, in my opinion. You know, like I was excited to see the Cocodrilo as the number 2 cigar of the year. I thought that was very well deserving. But the fact that this wasn't up there kind of makes me sad almost, because if it didn't make the list and people didn't like it, then I would love to know why. But if they didn't get to smoke it, I think that
Well, then you totally understand.
But it also makes me sad because, like, as a cigar lover, I wish everybody could smoke this cigar because this is AJ at his best.
Yeah.
Now, should we announce our?
Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's made in 2 sizes. The second size has arrived here, Greensboro store. Give me the details on the size. It's a
6 1/4 by 54.
Yep.
Bellicoso.
Yep.
Whereas they only made 7,500 of this with 5,000 meant for the U.S. market. These come in a beautiful 50-count humidor.
Yep.
And they only made 250 of these humidors, with 150 of them being allocated for the U.S. market.
And I actually wonder if that was actually end up being true because
they had some issues.
They had some issues, and I was seeing something else that of the 250 boxes, I think that maybe only 100 of them ended up being in the United States. Yeah. But regardless, whether there's 100 or 150, we're lucky enough to get one of them. Mm-hmm. We've got box number 38.
Yep, comes with a matching cutter lighter numbered combo set.
Yep.
And I think we're going to do something pretty cool with it.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is, if you're watching the live, you're on here now, you're going to be the first ones to find out. We'll announce it on social media this week. But starting March 1st, they'll go on sale. Obviously, the only one box. They'll be available in the Greensboro store.
They're going to be $35.
$35 is MSRP. Greensboro store only. Buy one of the cigars, gets you entered into a raffle to win the humidor. The humidor is gorgeous. Yep. Unbelievable humidor. That gives everybody a chance. You know, we're going to limit it to, at least for the time being, to one cigar a person. That'll give you one entry into the raffle. Gives everybody a chance to get their hands on it. You know, a second round of this cigar, which be very interested to see if, you know, because sometimes the shape can affect kind of, you know, how a cigar is. I doubt that this is not just spectacular as well.
Yeah.
I
don't know how it could be better. I really selfishly hope it's not better because well, you know what I mean? It's like, I can only get one of them.
The size could be coming around for Cigar of the Year next year.
That's exactly right.
But you'll see it on social media. We'll put it out this week. March 1st is this weekend?
Yeah.
Right? Is that Saturday?
I think so.
Saturday, Sunday? Milk guy.
Today's the 25th.
He's looking. Saturday? Okay.
Saturday.
They'll be available in Greensboro. 35 a piece, is that what you said? $35. Again, I know $35 is not $9, it's not $10. It's also not $100. It's not $175. Worth the money.
Yeah.
100% worth the money.
Yep.
Like, I can't promise you that the other stuff was. That's, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder type of thing. It's just everything about it has come in, and the reason it was Cigar of the Year.
Yep.
So great chance to get your hands on it again in this new size, and then a chance to win the humidor. And again, we got one box.
It's 50
it's a
cigars.
50 count box. The first 50 people in here on Saturday are going to be able to buy it. It's going to be a really cool thing to see.
Can I win the humidor?
You cannot win the humidor.
Damn it.
Milk guy can though if he wants to.
Milk guy.
Psych.
Oh man.
But I just it's a well-deserved award for a well-deserved cigar, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. You
No
want to give
way.
out your worst cigar of the year? You don't have to give out. You don't have to say what's your worst cigar. Where there's some cigars, listen, we're not gonna make anybody mad. Nobody's watching. Were there some cigars that disappointed you this year?
Yes. What did I tell you my worst cigar?
I'll tell you what disappointed me a little bit. The Don Pepin Vintage was not as good as I hoped it would be.
Okay.
I don't know why. I can't tell you why. I think it's very my father and everything like that. It's just not what I hoped it was going to be.
Yeah.
I just thought that was a cigar that we were not going to be able to keep on the shelves for any moment of time because it was just going to be off the charts.
So this is a little bit of a different take on this. The Arsenio. So
yeah,
the Arsenio, flavor-wise, when it performs, is incredible, and I think it's worth the money.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, I think out of the 10 that I've smoked, like 3 of
There's
them
been some
have
clear
been
inconsistencies.
Combustion issues, draw issues, burn issues. We were talking about it today with the rep. I wanted to love that cigar, and I do love that cigar when it performs. But unfortunately, it just doesn't. And that's sad because it's a cigar paying homage to the late Arsenio Ramos, who blended all of the cigars that put Aganorsa on the map. So that's unfortunate. The La Riqueza for me in the Lonsdale size is not the worst cigar I smoked this year, but it was also disappointing.
Yeah.
I wanted it to have a little more body to it, and I was hoping that it would in that smaller ring gauge.
La Union for me was not as good as I'd hoped it would be.
Not for the money.
Not for the money.
Not for the money.
And that could end up being one of those, God dang it, this was $15. Like,
honestly, if they were 25,
yeah,
I'd be good with it.
Yep.
60 was a tough ask.
Yeah.
I don't know what the worst cigar I smoked this year though is. I know our well, I won't name him because I don't want him to get in trouble. But
who smoked the? There was a cigar that came in, huh? No. Hey, we have a live stuff. Don't do that. Wait till after. That just doesn't fit your path. You're fine. Somebody dropped it off to us, and I don't even remember who, so we're not shouting it out, but it had a green band. And Half Wheel agrees with us. He gave it like a 54. Do you remember the cigar I'm talking about? It was a weird name. Yeah.
Oh, it was the Cuban.
Yeah.
It was the. It has the V on the band.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like a.
I actually never smoked it.
Somebody did. I don't know who did.
I never smoked it.
I thought you did. You sure you didn't?
No, I still have it. It's in my humidor.
Oh, you okay?
So I have it in a bag in my humidor because I don't want it to.
Next pod, you maybe. You
I
don't
don't
want
want
to infect the other.
Yeah,
cigars.
I don't want it to infect the other cigars.
I'd love for you to smoke it on the next podcast. That way you can see if it's as bad as Half Wheel suggested as it was.
I know one of our good friends who I shan't mention said that the Fuente Sun-Grown Oscuro Hemingway that came out this year was his least favorite cigar of the year. I actually didn't smoke it. We have one left in the humidor, but I thought that was interesting.
Here's a cigar that a lot of people like that I didn't care for. So that's an interesting thing. The rare pinks are not my thing.
Yeah, I get that.
A lot of people love them. So
Yep,
it's obviously, to each person is a good cigar, but it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah, I feel like the worst cigar I've smoked this year would go to a company that we don't carry, probably.
That's good politics right there, bro.
Wow. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Company man.
But, yeah, that's exactly right. Thankfully the companies that we carry, even if they're not my speed, the cigars were good. Like Aladino's Cameroon Reserve was great. I forget about that, right?
Cameroon Reserve. Yeah, there's a lot of honorable mentions that we put out there with really good cigars. I think we do a good job of bringing things in that we believe are good cigars. Obviously, we have a lot of stuff in there that's not for us. But
well, and honestly, I think when it comes to bad cigars, the cigars that I didn't like were the ones that didn't perform well. Right? Like
you're talking like from a quality control standpoint.
Yeah, like I can't think of anything that I smoked that smoked the way that it was supposed to that I thought, wow, this thing sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
a lot of it boiled down to construction issues.
Right,
and
such, and I hate to call them out, but like I smoked a JFR Corojo, a cigar that I typically like.
Aganorsa taking drive-bys.
I don't know. And I got like half an inch in, and it was the most putrid thing I'd smoked in a long time.
Really?
It was terrible. I put it out, right? Or like the cigar that I'm not going to mention that he mentioned earlier, Not My Speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when it comes to bad cigars, thankfully I know what I like, and I'll be honest with you, if someone drops off a sample and I know I'm not going to like it, I just ain't going to smoke it. You know what I mean?
Producer Greg says that El Sep was pretty bad.
Yeah, that's, well, fun fact. When was the last time you saw anything about El Septimo?
We were talking about this earlier. It's fallen off fast.
Thank God.
I mean, again, we're not here to dog companies, but that...
My problem's not the cigars. My problem's the price point.
The price point, yeah, because really the cigars aren't bad.
No,
I mean,
they're
I'm
not
sure
my
that,
favorite, but they're not
my favorite. But for the price they were charging, but I can't remember a company in any industry that spent that kind of money on marketing and hoopla for it to dissipate as fast as it has.
Yeah.
Now we may go to PCA, and we
They
were
may
there
have
last
another
year, and they had
$50 million humidor.
yeah,
or
they had
whatever.
a massive booth, and they had $1 million ashtray or a $200,000 lighter or whatever it was, and they may be right back with that stuff. I don't know, but the fanfare, at least manufacturer's fanfare, to be fair, because I can't remember any customer coming in and asking about, hey, do you carry El Septimo? Do you know where I can get, that cigar? But it is what man behind the curtain over there. What was your cigar of the year? Would it have been the 20th, like we said? Well, so that's a pretty good consensus. That
Do we miss any?
No, I mean, you had the AJ20, you had the Black and Tan.
Black and Tan was close for me. I really, really liked that cigar.
Yeah, we
But
split
the 20th just kind of just
Robbie
over
and I
the
split
top
a box
of
of them.
Yeah.
That Black and Tan. Man, that thing's good.
Yeah, you texted me when you got the 20. I was in Miami, and they happened to have them, so I was like smoking the water, so I went and bought them.
Of the
Yeah,
Black and
Robbie.
Tans.
No, that's the AJ20. Yeah, Robbie.
Oh,
paid,
the AJ20.
Robbie paid full retail for him at a shop down in Miami, and then
Oh, did you really?
grabbed
Oh, I didn't
grabbed
know
a
that.
couple
So
more.
you could
here.
have it down there while you're down there?
That night, well, they had it. I was like, fuck, I got to smoke.
Yeah,
The greatest cigar you ever had.
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it is well-deserved, whatever. I think the Stogies were a good time, man.
Stogies were a good time.
I think we got ways we can notch it up for next year's. I think we'll have to watch it back, but I think our first live was successful.
Yeah.
I think we could probably do some lives going forward, some live from the lounge kind of
Yep.
smoking events
Get
and
some
stuff like
some
that.
fun people in here.
Yeah, get some people in here, do some live
Yep.
events, do some virtual smoke-alongs, if you will.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Or
I
whatever.
like it.
So.
Oh, I know one more cigar that needs to be shouted out for honorable mention because Bourbon Guy will get mad if I don't say it. Padron 60. It wasn't worth $75. But
is
that was the cigar we smoked on Robbie's birthday.
Was that the consensus of it? This wasn't worth that?
Yeah. That was the cigar we smoked on Robbie's birthday.
Padron Black was better?
Padron Black is good. Padron Black is good. Yeah, man.
You okay?
I'm bourbon.
You're bourbon now, yeah.
We need confetti next year. Can we get cannons?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure they sell them on Amazon, right? Oh, yeah, I know they do. Milk guy's going to have to fire them off at the end.
We'll get producer Greg to clean it up.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, well, I had a great time, man. I
Me
think
too,
we
man.
did this good.
Enjoyed it. Congrats to all our Stogie winners.
Yeah, appreciate everybody who hung out with us tonight in the chat. Let us know how it went when you see us next and everything like that. So I think we had a good time. All right.
Till
Catch
next
you on
time.
the flip side. Oh.
LeBitch sucks. Jordan's the GOAT.
Oh, what? Come on. Come on.